freaking magical ass life. Magical. The struggles are real, guys. So, hi everyone, my name is Brittany and welcome to my YouTube channel. If this is your very first time here, I'm super excited to film this video today. I actually haven't done a favorites video ever before, even though I've been wanting to for a really long time, but I felt like I just didn't really have like the stuff. I didn't have stuff that I was super inspired by, and this month I do, yay! So welcome, and if you are interested in some incredible things that I've stumbled upon this last month and information on where to find them, please, by all means, keep watching. So I was contemplating on whether or not to include these. They're just some dehydrated sweet potato chips that I found out about from pretty much. They have a lot of videos on happy, healthy lifestyle by way of veganism, which I am also vegan, and yes, these were dehydrated for about 20 hours. They're just really simply seasoned with some coconut oil, salt, pepper, and for me I used a chicken seasoning blend, which is just like thyme, rosemary, garlic powder, just like a lot of herbs and seasonings. Yeah, these are literally delicious, and they're super crunchy and delicious. I'm not including that as an official one, but I do have 7 big, beautiful favorites that I cannot wait to share with you guys. So without further ado, let's get started. I think I'm gonna get started with some natural base products that I have come across lately that are super everyday and everybody could benefit from them. Mouth care. I started using this activated charcoal powder. I've been hearing about using activated charcoal as either a replacement for toothpaste or in addition to using toothpaste. Apparently, even though charcoal is a carcinogen and we don't have a ton of research on it long-term yet, I don't swallow this. All I do is use my soft bristle toothbrush, and no, this isn't sponsored. I just dip it inside of the powder and brush my teeth, and it turns my whole mouth like pitch black. But if you think about it, it makes sense that it would get off plaque in a different way from your teeth because charcoal has a really different texture. I've been using it for the past maybe 3 weeks or so, and it's been really great. I feel like my smile is wider and wider all the time. And the reason that we got this is not even necessarily so that I could get whiter teeth, but my fiance, because he drinks a lot of coffee, yeah, so he's been experiencing whiter teeth too, and the brand is called Majestic Pure. I'll make sure to link all of the brands and where you can buy them in the description box down below. It's got bentonite clay, activated coconut charcoal powder, sodium bicarbonate, coconut oil, orange seed oil, organic peppermint oil, and spearmint oil. So it's got a little bit of a taste to it too. It's like a yummy minty taste. You can just see really fine powder. A little goes a long way. I want to say we're gonna have this for like over a year. And it was like $12. So that's another big reason, because a lot of whitening products that I've been getting don't really work and they're really expensive. So this one's a definite new fave. In combination with that, I saw this when I was on my way to Spirit Weavers because I only brought my charcoal and I really wanted like a toothpaste also. And this is a cinnamon flavored toothpaste, so I'm super excited. It doesn't set up like a normal toothpaste, which I actually really like. 70% helps freshen breath, whiten teeth, and reduce plaque. Dope. Delicious, spicy cinnamon breath. Those are my mouth care. Oh my gosh, I really love this product. It's called Lux, and the company is called Anima Mundi Herbals. This one is the flower and gem essence, and the uses behind this are being able to protect your boundaries, psychic protection, and telepathy. So this might be something that people would totally roll their eyes over, and maybe for a lot of people it doesn't make sense to utilize this in your everyday practice, but for me, it really is necessary. I have been experiencing a lot, and for those of you that follow me on social media, I have been telling you a lot about the things that have been going on at Spirit Weavers, and since I got back, it's become incredibly apparent to me that my angels and spirit guides are trying to get in communication with me I'll share that story another day. I'm working on the video and it's incredible, and I can't wait to share with you guys the experiences that I've been having. So yes, a product like this is absolutely essential in my life right now. The ingredients are black tourmaline, white yarrow flower, and ocotillo flower. So I just put 5 drops of this in water in the morning and drink it, and it helps me. What it helps me with is setting intention. I can't necessarily say that the compounds inside of this are giving me that psychic protection and telepathy ability. You can't necessarily go so literal with spiritual and ethereal realm products. It's not like you could just take this one day and be like, oh, I'm telepathic. That's not the way that spiritual things work. It's not like a rule that it's going to enact something in your life. Just like using an oracle card deck or any kind of spiritual practice, it doesn't necessarily have rules attached to it. And for me, it's all about setting intention and what I do in my day-to-day life after I take this product. I think that's really, really important to note on, and also just that the spiritual realm has no rules, and that's what I love the most about it, because you can't force things into fruition, and the only way that you're really going to be able to start feeling effects on an ethereal realm is by surrendering and letting go of expectation and really just allowing yourself to divinely surrender. I've really been connecting with the practice of divine surrender, which in yoga is called Ishvara Pranidhana. And I've heard people talk about what their practice is like with it. And I can listen all day and be so inspired by their stories and really think that I know what they're talking about. But until you really feel what these practices feel like in your body and you start to see them in the world around you, it's crazy. The more and more that I lean into discomfort and really stop trying to force things into fruition and just give it up and allow the results for the highest good of all to come. I really love when I start talking about stuff like this because I get really hot and sweaty. And I think it's because I just care about this so much. I care about these messages and I care about these different practices because they've literally been changing and shifting and pivoting my life. And that's why I feel so called toward sharing things like this with you guys. So just know that this is such a real part of my day and my life and my practice right now. And I am not trying to just sell you things, but this has been really helpful for me in my life at this time. So I'll leave this in the comment section down below. Here is another really great one. More along the lines of that angel realm, the spirit realm. 2.5 weeks before Spirit Weavers, going into my birthday, basically my fiance had an experience where he saw beings in our house for a period of about 45 minutes. Once again, I'll tell this story in another YouTube, but it has become very clear to both my fiance and I, which is amazing because he doesn't usually connect with things like this of the spiritual realm. So to have him telling me things is literally amazing, and it makes it so much more real, because if anything, he downplays things. He never really exaggerates experiences. Basically, it's become incredibly apparent to me that I have angels and spirit guides inside of my house that are constantly trying to lead me and get in contact with me so that I can start communicating with them more because they have messages for me. And at Spirit Weavers, I had an Akashic record appointment, and in that appointment, it was told to me to get an angel deck, and I did. This is the Healing with the Angels Oracle card deck. This is by Doreen Virtue. I've had 3 1-card pulls and 1 3-card pull, past, present, future, and the results have just been totally uncanny. It's like really interesting, and I can't wait to start making videos with you guys showing you how this works, because once again, you can't force things into fruition, but whenever it is really happening and very real in your life, it's just very apparent. And I'm really excited to start sharing experiences with you guys about this. Next, I think I'm gonna skip right to my apparel. So I said I wasn't gonna spend any money that I didn't have to at Spirit Weavers, but I did stumble upon this amazing crop top. I really just love the little embroidered tatas, and I wanna show you guys what it looks like right now. And this is actually like the perfect cutoff because I'm not gonna be showing anything inappropriate. And then there's one little sun on the back. Ding, 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 ding. Okay. I've been wearing this like non-stop since I got it. Yay! I love this top. Basically, I just wanted to share that. And then my next one, squash blossom. For those of you that maybe have seen these before, they are really, really stunning stainless steel pieces that are often adorned with different species of turquoise. And this one was actually just given to me last week by my grandmother. She got it in the 80s. Her sister gave it to her, and she decided that she wanted to give it to me because she knew how drawn I was. Her sister gave her. And the really amazing thing about this is that mom has my grandma Tita on the other side, on my mom's side, gave my mother one of hers that's stashed in a drawer. She doesn't even have it in like a shadow box to display it. I really begged her to take it to Spirit Weavers because I just felt like it wanted to come with me. She did let me bring it. I bathed it in the river and I basically didn't take it off the entire time I was there. It filled me with such pride, and I just loved showing it off so much because I love it so much, and to see other people wanting to admire it as well is just something that just filled me with so much happiness. I had absolutely no intention of my other grandma giving me this other beautiful squash blossom. So this one is like a more dainty, slightly smaller sister to the other one that I have. The other one has 5 really big turquoise, and the turquoise is really blue. This is a different type of turquoise that is very mixed in color and more toward a green. And this has 6 little tiny stones, and then it moves. This middle piece moves. So just really subtle differences between different squash blossoms, but I wanted to share that with you guys because it's super important to me, and I literally can't believe my grandma gave me this. So I have 2 more things, one of which is this amazing palmistry hand that I actually found at Home Goods for like $10. What I love about it is that it has all the fingers and all the planets that are associated with the fingers, and I actually just learned this. So a lot of people wonder why things like mudras, which are energetic hand locks in yoga, and in Kundalini yoga we also utilize the fingers because they connect to different planets, and we can harness our energy in different ways and use them in the sequences, which are called kriyas in Kundalini. So basically, the reason that we have such amazing neurological synapses that go between our fingers and our brains is actually pretty simple. And the reason is because whenever we're in mama's belly developing, our hands are on our head. As we start to develop, as our fingers and hands and arms start to develop, they become separated. So when babies are born and their hands are resting up on their heads, this is actually just a very, very natural way for them to sit, and a lot of babies are like this in the womb as well. Isn't that so cool that that's the reason that we're able to utilize them and practice so much? And the reason I love this is it has each planet that connects with each finger, the lines on the hand that are read in palmistry, it has all of those lines. When I saw that, I was just like, ooh, that's coming home with us, yay! Home Goods is like amazing for really dope pieces. I find a lot of crystals and really cool wall pieces there too. And the last one, oh, my journal, my new journal. This isn't just any old journal. I guess it kind of is just like any old journal. This actually has like a suede imprinted pattern on the outside. I got this at Anthropology. I think it was $30. Journaling is really huge for me. Each year I have one journal. This is my 3rd year of having journals, so this is my 3rd one, and I've been feeling so called toward the color blue because I've done so much work with my throat chakra, and the throat chakra is like a really beautiful teal color. And I've been really drawn to deep red and teal turquoise colors. I think the reason for that is because deep red is the color of the root chakra, and the root chakra, the 1st, and the throat chakra, the 5th, are the ones that I have been totally dismantling and rebuilding from the ground up for this entire year, and I want to go into that in a different YouTube too, so maybe one day I will. This is actually my first unlined journal, and from my perfectionistic tendencies, having lines gave me safety as far as journaling goes. I never thought that I'd be able to have a journal that was unlined, and now I know that I'm never going to go back to lined journals because I'm able to just get so creative, and I actually naturally have really, really tiny handwriting. I don't know, these are dope. How many of you guys have unlined journals, or maybe have been interested in trying an unlined journal? I think it's really nice because I'm able to just draw little pictures and just draw things that I see in my head. And then with the wrap, it's kind of fun to figure out different ways that you can tie the little ribbon. See, isn't that so fun? I just love this. So those are my June favorites. Oh, I have one more crystal piece. Okay, so this is a cool story. It's this Angel Aura point. I got it a few months ago from Laura, my crystal provider from Will to Wow Jewelry. I have a coupon code for you guys as well. I'll put it in the link I'll put a link to her website and the coupon code in the description box down below. So for months I've had this crystal, and I think this is such a cool testament to how you can't force things into fruition whenever you're trying to add something to your spiritual practice, because if things just aren't resonating with you at that time, to try to force them to resonate with you is just going to create all these weird other blockages, because for some reason you're just not ready, and the universe provides you with exactly what you need at the time that you need it whenever you're ready for it. So it's a really, really powerful stone that totally is able to connect you with those higher realms, your spirit guide. Really, really perfect for the 6th and 7th chakras. So when I was packing up for Spirit Weavers, I was like, oh, I'm just gonna bring it, who knows? And then all the magic started happening. And as soon as I got there, I was just like, wow, I feel like the trees are speaking to me, because guys, the forest that we were in had these cedar trees that were just hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years old. And when you're surrounded in a forest with other women that are that spiritual girl in their communities at home, 600 of us were gathered together. There was just a really unique and incredibly high vibration that was just buzzing around all of us. Once again, I'm going to be talking about this in a separate video. My sister, who's not that into spiritual practice, has been having a hard time with something personal that's going on with her right now. And she heard a few weeks ago my grandpa Eddie, who died in a very traumatic way, she heard him speaking to her, offering her advice about her situation. She called me and was like, oh my gosh, Grandpa Eddie was just talking to me, blah, blah, blah. And I thought about that for whatever reason when I got onto the land. I thought about that for some reason. And I thought, I wonder if he's going to try to contact me while I'm here. And this gush of wind breezed past me. My hair was flowing. And all of a sudden I felt him next to me. And for those of you that maybe have had a similar experience, please definitely let me know. It's always really nice to put out these vulnerable stories and have people receive them and divulge their own vulnerable stories. I believe that that's how we let each other know that we're not alone in our experiences, and it makes everything a lot more real. Right after this happened, we were about to light the ceremonial fire, which was going to stay on for 24 hours a day over the next 5 days until we ended the gathering. So Miriam, the woman who was starting the fire, picked up the brush and was blowing on it to start the fire. And another woman starts singing this song, and it goes like this. Grandfather, we're calling on you, need your guidance now. Grandmother, we're calling on you, need your guiding light. From the west, from the north, from have for like an hour, over an hour probably. So, if that doesn't sound like the most amazing experience, just imagine all of the personal stories that happened to me out there, and I really can't wait to share with you guys. So yes, this angel aura piece is definitely my #1 for my June favorites. I'm so happy that I finally am in a place where it's able to really help me on this journey. I really love sharing these stories on how these little rocks, these little rocks that have been around forever, for eons, are able to really, really help us and guide us on our journey if we're ready to step into that place in our life. I'm so passionate about this stuff. Love you guys so, so much. Thank you so much for being interested in being on this spiritual path and this spiritual journey for me. If you're still watching this video, it's very obvious that we have a really beautiful connection, and I can't wait to continue forging this path with you. As a side note, my camera just turned off. When I'm done with a thought, it will stop recording. And it won't stop until I'm done with that thought. Anyway, thank you guys so, so much. I can feel the presence of my angels and spirit guides around me at this moment, and I just want to let you guys know that you're amazing, and I am too. And I love you. Namaste. Freaking magical ass life. Magical.